Hi, my name is Alyssa Bryant, and I'm a physical therapist with Bryant PT and Wellness. And I'm here today to introduce Dr. Haley and her business. And I will let her introduce herself in a minute. I just want to tell y'all that our mission with this video is to help you learn more about chiropractic and what wellness services are available to you locally so that you can be as healthy as possible. And with that, I will let Dr. Haley introduce herself.
Thank you, Alyssa. Hello, I'm Dr. Haley McCollum. I'm a chiropractor in Clinton, Mississippi, and my clinic is called Olde Towne Chiropractic because we are located in the heart of Olde Towne in Clinton.
Tell me about the care you provide here at Olde Towne Chiropractic.
So I provide mainly chiropractic services. I use an instrument and a blocking technique to adjust. Sometimes I do still manually adjust, which is the old school, I call it old school, but is the basics of chiropractic where it's manual adjusting. Okay, so we've had a visitor join us. This is my son, Guy Wade. He is 1. He is in the office a lot. So I mainly cater to families. I think family wellness is really important. Family is really important to me, and that's why he is here a lot with me in the office so that he can see what health and wellness looks like from a young age. But the type of care that I provide to patients is mainly adjustments. I do give them supplement recommendations if needed. I also refer to physical therapy as needed. I like to utilize all aspects of healthcare in conjunction with chiropractic because I think overall it's very important. So whether the patient needs to see a medical practitioner, an acupuncturist, if they need massage therapy, whatever is going to complement their chiropractic care is the goal here at Olde Towne Chiropractic. So while not everything is in-house, but maybe it will be one day, I definitely focus on the needs of my patients and where they would be best suited to go. But I don't do a lot of manual adjustments. I really focus on instrument adjusting and a technique called SOT. That stands for sacro-occipital technique. I have been getting adjusted since I was 6 years old. So I just have had a lot of different types of adjustments. No adjustment technique is better than the other. It's really practitioner preference, but I have found with my patients that this technique is really effective and they hold their adjustments for a longer period of time, and that's the goal.
Okay, I think that's wonderful. I love hearing some of that, and I'm learning more about chiropractic today. And, again, like you brought up, you refer out, to other services too, whatever will help people get healthy. And that's what's really important, like providers working as a team, but you having access, everyone watching, to multiple services, so you have comprehensive care. And anyway, just so you can be healthy and live, that life, vitality that we're all hoping to maintain.
Absolutely.
Yes. So the next question that I have for Dr. Haley today is, who needs chiropractic services you provide?
Well, I would say anyone with a spine.
There you go. I was wondering if you would, and I like that.
But no, in all seriousness, chiropractic care is great for neck and back pain. Anytime that someone finds out that I'm a chiropractor, they start telling me about their back or their neck ailments, and that is wonderful. I love to take care of people's aches and pains. So I would say anyone who is looking for more mobility, more flexibility, just better health all around. Anytime that you get adjusted, it helps boost your immune system. Chiropractic is also great to help loosen up sinus pressure. It helps with headaches. I even have children who come that it helps with bedwetting, acid reflux, constipation. Wow. So it's all about removing that interference that is in our nervous system, in our spine, letting your brain communicate more freely down the spinal cord, out our nerves to all of our other organs and systems. A lot of times I will ask people, what do you think is the most important organ in your body? And people will say the heart. And yes, our heart is very important. Obviously, it needs to beat. But what tells our heart to beat without us thinking about it? Our brain and our nervous system. So anytime that you're seeing a chiropractor that is nervous system based, while yes, they're focusing on your alignment and your flexibility and mobility, the ultimate goal is that you have better communication and less interference, less inflammation in the nervous system.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. Again, I'm learning more. There was a question that brought up for me, but I might come back to it.
Okay.
And we can take questions and comments later from anyone watching.
Sure.
In the comments. So let's go. When did you first know you wanted to go into chiropractic?
Not very long until I applied. It was definitely a God thing. He absolutely puts you where you're supposed to be.
There you go.
I was on a different route, and then he showed me otherwise. And so I would say my senior year of undergrad, I really started exploring, thinking about if I could be a chiropractor and what that would look like for me.
Right. And I just believe in, that God thing, like directing us, and even without our, we just don't even know it sometimes. And then sometimes we have a plan for our own lives.
Yeah.
I'll just for, fun, tell y'all I was going to go into veterinary medicine. And then because I went through some illness of my own and recovered from it and got into studying nutrition and physical health and all these things, I was like, I need to go into a different field. And it just morphed from health coaching, personal training to therapy. But my point is that was a God thing. God wanted me in this field. I just completely believe that. And God had that path for my life. He directs us even if we aren't paying attention. And that's just really important to say.
It is.
Give God the glory for everything that we're capable of doing. So
He has really humbled me in opening this business, and I am so thankful and grateful.
Yes, that's wonderful. And I am too in my business. Okay, so number 5, when did you open?
So I opened Olde Towne Chiropractic in October 2022.
Okay.
So last fall.
Yeah. Okay. How's it been going?
It's been going good. Everyone in Clinton and Olde Towne everyone has been so warm and welcoming. I love this community. I really wanted to be a vital part of this community and be really plugged in. So it has been great. I think my people like the location. And it's just been really humbling. It's been a blessing for sure.
Are you from Clinton?
So I'm not from Clinton. Okay. But my husband and I live here. And we love it here. And so it just made sense to open a business here.
Okay. And how old is your little one again?
So he is 1. He just turned 1 in November, and he is loving chewing on this coffee cup.
Okay. What is your mission then in having this practice since you opened?
So my mission is, I would say, obviously to get more people under chiropractic care, but also to just be a beacon of hope. A lot of times when I see people, I'm their last resort or last stop. Yeah. They've been and tried a lot of other things, and that creates a lot of pressure and responsibility that I take very seriously. So I would just like for people to be more open-minded to chiropractic, to know that there are different therapies out there, to know that it's more than just neck and back pain.
Absolutely.
To know that there is no age limit, or you can be brand newborn, or you can be over 100 years old.
Right.
And my mission is just to be a pillar of the community here, and just to be a place of healing. I really just want to be a place where people know that they can come to heal and no other I don't know how to say this. I want people to know that this is a place of healing and a place of support when maybe they're trying things that go a little bit against the grain as far as their health is concerned. And I also want people to know that there are other options out there and that one size does not fit all, and that just because one type of therapy didn't work for you at some time in your life, that maybe it's worth trying again, or maybe it's worth trying multiple therapies in conjunction with each other.
Yes. But you're a resource for the community, and chiropractic's a resource for everyone watching, and including myself. I need to start coming with some adjustments. But, you know, we're spending more time taking care of ourselves when we spend time with more providers, and there's other knowledge to gain even outside of chiropractic and benefit like the support. And when you spend time on yourself and your self-care and your wellness, you know, taking time out of the day for that, that's what keeps you healthy. So I just think that's really important to share.
Yeah.
And then number 6, we'll say 7. We're on question 7. Let's discuss a myth about chiropractic that you've heard.
Oh.
Or misconception.
I think one of my favorites is that once you start going, you'll always have to start going. I have had lots of patients that have told me that before. You know, the biggest myth that I hear a lot is that, you know, I haven't started coming, or I didn't want to try chiropractic care because I thought, or I heard, once you start, you have to go forever. Which I think forever is really scary to us because we can't possibly understand forever. But I think also we live in a world where we take a medication and our pain is gone. We live for Amazon Prime, so we buy something immediately. It's just all about instant gratification. And I think we forget that some of the most valuable things having our health take time and effort and constant nurturing and care. So I would say you certainly don't have to be a chiropractic patient forever once you start, but you're probably going to want to, even if it's just for wellness, once a month or whatever wellness looks like for you and your body. Because once you start getting adjusted, you will realize things that you were feeling were because you were out of alignment. And then when you start to feel those things again, you're going to know that you're out of alignment and you're going to want an adjustment. So that's when people say, I'm sorry, Alyssa.
Baby alert. No, you're fine. I'm fine. We're having fun.
Here, let's play.
I don't know where you need to start from.
I know. I guess I would just say a myth a myth that I commonly hear is that once you start chiropractic care that you always have to do it. And that's not true, but you're definitely probably going to want to, because once you start feeling better, you're going to miss what that feels like. Then you'll realize, oh, I was feeling this way, or I was having this issue, and I didn't realize that an adjustment could help or fix that. So that would be probably one of the biggest myths that I hear. I also hear that why would a baby or a child need to be adjusted? But children are very responsive to chiropractic care. And so it's really great for them because their musculoskeletal system is a little bit more immature and it hasn't had the traumas that our systems have had. So they respond really quickly, and they're very resilient, and it just sets them up to be healthier adults. You think about anything in our life, we think, oh, I wish I would have started when I was younger.
Yes,
whatever
absolutely.
That may be, any type of healthy habit. So that's the same with chiropractic. There is no age limit. A baby, a child can be adjusted, and no, they don't have to pop, click, or crack to be adjusted.
Exactly. Like that cleared up 3 myths that common things that I've heard. And so it's just good to hear that directly from, you, a chiropractor, and then educate us on all the ways, we can be taking care of ourselves. Baby, we're baby wrangling at the same time.
Oh, this is a working mom.
Yes.
This is working mom reality.
Yes.
And you can do it. It just might look differently than what you imagine.
And I completely agree. Another question for you. What would you like someone to know who may be listening and considering chiropractic? And I guess what else? Because you've told us a good deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could talk about all the good things about chiropractic and keep you here all day. So I'll keep it brief. I would encourage someone who's thinking about chiropractic but on the fence for whatever reason that may look like.
Can I hold him while you talk?
You can.
Come here. Will you let me hold you?
Say hey.
If you don't mind me in the video.
Oh.
Okay, good.
So I would say what I would tell someone who is thinking about chiropractic care or who is on the verge about it is to just go. Just give it a try. Go be evaluated. Talk to your chiropractor and listen to what they have to tell you to how they can help you. If it doesn't feel like a good fit, then that's okay.
Right.
At least you've explored your options. I would also say if you've tried chiropractic care once and maybe didn't love your experience, try it again. Everyone's hands are different. Everyone's approach is a little bit different. You're not going to, I don't think it's fair to judge any type of profession off of one meeting. He's a wiggle worm.
Yes.
He has also been adjusted since he was born. And I think that has really helped him stay well. Maybe increases his activity level. I don't know.
Yes.
You want me to hold you?
Amazing. He is slippery. He's just trying to get away from me.
I know, your belly.
Yes. Okay, well, I'll ask you the next question.
Okay.
What are the returns long term with our health and receiving comprehensive chiropractic?
The returns long term, you would definitely be able to see on x-ray. Because I have seen x-rays of a 25, 30-year-old spine, and then I've also seen x-rays of a 70, 75-year-old spine, and you could not tell the patient's age based on their x-rays. You would have thought that the younger spine was the older person's spine. Really interesting. So age to me is not directly correlated with your spinal health. In my opinion, it's how you take care of that spine. So have you lived a life with more movement? Movement is a key point of life. So with all that to say, I would say one of the biggest returns under being chiropractic care is just being able to do what you want to do, what you enjoy to do for longer periods of time.
Right, exactly. And I believe that too, the self-care, the health-care, chiropractic care, and then physical therapy.
Yes.
For examples, that helps you, live active longer, and prevent yourself from getting stuck on the couch if you'll keep moving.
Yeah.
Barring any other major, health events. But
absolutely, because you have to keep moving. Yeah,
keep moving to be able to do that though.
And who wants to work their whole life? And hit retirement and have more time to spend with their grandchildren, but not be able to get on the floor with them or not be able to play with them or pick them up.
So you practice for self-care.
So for my self-care, I am a big cheerleader for magnesium and electrolytes. So that is a daily. I do supplement a good bit. So just to help in any way to boost my immune system. We try to eat pretty healthy. Not to say that we don't treat ourselves, but it's all about balance. I practice bar exercise and yoga because it's very good for the spine. I get adjusted. And I'm actually looking into more forms of, which I'm sure you could help me with, cryotherapy and just how to decrease inflammation in the body. And stress, yes. So anything to reduce stress and inflammation. I think part of my self-care is definitely my faith for sure, whether that's in meditation. So we like to spend a lot of time outside when weather permitting. I think being outside is very good for you. So I do a little bit of everything. I try to keep toxins low in our house, what you can control.
Exactly. And so I wasn't trying to put Dr. Haley on the spot with like, all of that, her self-care herself, but just to give y'all examples of what you can do and more examples of what's available to you to do to keep yourself active, and that's really important. And I really like how she brought up faith, because faith has been really powerful for me recently in reining in my immune system and like stress response and anxiety and such. And so it's really important. So that's a whole other topic to go into.
That's right.
Let's see here. What encouragement do you have for everybody watching, listening, in beginning to take better care of themselves, like if they're just getting started?
Yeah. So it can be very overwhelming because there are a lot of fads out there or new things to try, products. If you go to the store, everything looks clean and healthy and greenwashed, and reading labels can be really, really overwhelming. So I would say just start with one thing. Start small. If that one thing is, I'm going to drink 16 ounces of water when I first wake up in the morning. Start doing that. Make that a good, substantial habit. I'm going to walk 2 laps at lunch. Okay, do that. Or whenever you can move your body. I'm going to move my body at least 3 or 4 times a week. Do that. Get that under your belt. Make that a healthy habit. And then other healthy things that you want to do will happen a lot easier and a little bit more naturally. Some things I caution people a lot is do not go home and throw out everything in your cabinet, whether that be food, cleaning products, makeup, shampoos, whatever it is. Don't go home and just throw everything away. Overwhelm. Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure. So I would just say just start with one thing that is attainable, that isn't going to derail your schedule completely, and it will be easier to maintain. Because health it has to be something that is maintainable and sustainable.
She is exactly right. And that's why I teach people too, to take it slow and don't overwhelm yourself. And if you do overwhelm yourself and you're just suddenly thinking, I have to throw out everything. I mean, that stress, you're going to have a stress response to that. And then that's just it's not helpful.
You're gonna be hangry, and you're going to have $0 in your bank account. You will be very overwhelmed.
Yes, and then that can increase stuff like immune and stomach issues for some people to be overwhelmed.
Yes.
So anyway,
that's
a whole other topic.
Just start with one thing.
Yes,
just one thing.
Absolutely. So let's see. Anything else you want to share? Kind of our last thing that I want to ask you today. He's found the keys.
He's going to drive off with your car. The last thing that I would share, which I kind of touched on, was that if you've been leery of chiropractic or worried about it, thinking about it, or went one time and maybe you didn't love your experience, I would say definitely try it again. Same thing with any form of therapy. If you've had a massage and you didn't really like it, if you did PT for something and you didn't think that it helped you as much as you thought it should, try again. Try a different provider. Because there are a lot of skilled people out there. There are a lot of different techniques, and I truly believe under the right circumstances, our bodies have a lot of ability to heal. There is definitely another thing that I want to say is that there is definitely space in your healthcare routine or whatever health looks like for you that you need a little bit of every healthcare philosophy. Sometimes if chiropractic didn't work for someone for one problem, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just didn't work for that person for whatever issue they were having. So hopefully they were able to find healing in a different avenue. But it's just like with any type of medicine. If that medicine didn't work for you, but it worked for me, it doesn't necessarily mean it didn't work. It just means that your body required something differently. So I think that's another thing to remember is that health is not a Happy Meal. It does
Yes.
not, it's not one size fits all.
Mhm.
It is a journey. It is a
Yes.
marathon. But anything worth having is worth working towards. And I think once you get on the right track with your healing journey, whatever that looks like, it will be a lot easier and not quite as overwhelming, especially when you have the right support from your providers.
Yes, absolutely. I love everything she just said. I mean, there's just so much to unpack there too that we could even spend more time on. But you know, ask us questions later in the comments and all of that. Reach out to us for more information. But everything she just said is very true, and I want you to consider that. You know, if any of that also applies to you. So, basically, we just wanted to have a little fun today, talk, but get to know, let you get to know another provider, another wellness provider, another resource for your health, which Dr. Haley is. And she, I'm thankful that she allowed me to interview her today and share this with everyone.
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked me to do this. I think it is a great idea. I think wealth is, or knowledge is, makes you more wealthy in your health. So
It's on the other end.
he loves chewing on cups. I'm sorry. Babies need coffee too.
Mind.
No, they
It's
don't.
on the other end.
I'm just kidding. They don't. But no, I'm so glad that you thought to do this. I think this is great. I think the more you know, the more empowered you can be.
Right.
You are truly your best doctor. So you've just got to find the right team, and you've got to find the right tools to best equip yourself for longevity.
Yeah. I feel like I'm saying amen.
Amen. Yeah.
To everything she's saying. So anyway, y'all have more resources now, more info. And again, I hope you'll reach out to us. We look forward to hearing to anyone who's interested in what we had to say today, you know. And then if you need any help, whether it's finding us as providers or, you know, whatever you need, making recommendations. So I'm just going to tell you again, my business is Bryant Physical Therapy and Wellness, and I'm Alyssa Bryant, and this is Dr. Haley with Olde Towne Chiropractic, and my website is Bryant PT and Wellness.com, and that is with and spelled out. And we'll put a little contact card at the end of this with that information on it too, so you can read it. But Haley, what is your website? Anything else?
So it's Olde Towne Chiropractic. Old and Town have an E on the end. So we joke and say Oldie Towny. But that is just what this part of Clinton is called, Olde Towne. So just oldtownchiropractic.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. So you can look for us there.
Yes. And I would just tell y'all that I'm a mobile business right now, delivering PT. And just so you know, location, and I'm excited about this, excited to be able to deliver PT. I've been in businesses, homes, and all over now from Canton to Braxton. So I hope I can find myself in your living room too in the future.
Yeah.
Well, that's really it, you guys. Thank y'all so much. If you watch this video and listen, we really appreciate you too.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. And thank you for putting up with this wild child.
Oh, goodness.